Welcome guys to another episode on the Extra Mile. My name is Alex and welcome to another Star Citizen episode, and I'm so happy to be back here. There we can see another player making his way to his ship. And yeah, this is the 3.3 patch. It is still on the PTU server, PTU meaning Public Test Universe, and it will still need a few patches until it can go to the live environment and will be open for all backers. But yeah, it's good enough to, certainly good enough to test it a little bit. As you can see in the top right corner of the screen, you can see the frames per second that we are currently running, and yeah, we are pretty much nailed at 60 frames per second, which is new for Star Citizen. This is the first build with object container streaming and bind culling enabled, and I don't want to explain this right now what that means. One, because I don't really understand it myself probably, but the main thing is this technology allows the game to only stream things into the game and load into the RAM that are actually needed. So you don't have to load all the textures, all the complete level, all the geometry, all the objects into the RAM. When you load up the game, you only need to load up what you need, and as you can see here, this makes a huge difference, because since I've started this recording we have not dropped from 60 frames per second at all. But anyway, let's stop talking. Let's get ourselves a ship. Let's get our lovely Cutlass. Alright, here we are on our lovely ship. Everything is so freaking fluid, there are no stutters anymore. For those of you who have seen pretty much any Star Citizen videos before, you... Ooh, look at that, something exploded. You will have noticed that there was a lot of stuttering. Pretty much every 5 or 10 seconds the game froze for a little bit when new assets were loaded in. So that is not the case anymore. Everything is fluid, which makes flying so much more fun. I am flying with a HOTAS setup. My face cam had some issues today, so I'm recording this with voice only, but usually you can see that I'm using a HOTAS setup, and flying is just awesome without the stutters. It's so much more fun. Speaking of flying, there will be a completely new flight model that we will get with the next patch 3.4 at the end of the year in December. And no, not yellow, let's fly to Daymar, and that will completely overhaul the flight model. I never really disliked the current one as much as some other people did, but then I just recently started with flying with the HOTAS, so before with mouse and keyboard you can't really feel what's going on anyway. But yeah, everything will be overhauled, especially flight and atmosphere will be a lot more tricky, but also more realistic. So right now they are simulating drag, but they're not simulating lift. And all that will change. And by the way, did you see how smooth that was? There was not a single stutter so far. So let's fly to Schuben Mining and let's spawn a ground vehicle and see how that feels.
Quantum drive is now on.
Man, this is the very first time that I'm visiting Schuben Mining here without any stuttering, and can just enjoy the view. Awesome. So I wanted to spawn an Ursa rover, which is the big 6-wheeled one, but that's not in this patch yet, so we can either spawn a Grey Cat buggy or we can test the Dragonfly. Yet let's actually test the Dragonfly again, which is the hover bike. Alright, this is working well so far. We have a slight sound bug in first person mode here. I believe that's a scraping sound that plays on a loop. That should not be the case. And I also believe that they have limited the speed now to 50 meters per second. I believe before it was around 80, 85. But 50 is not too bad. It definitely feels very stable now. Feels pretty damn good. Let's switch to... Whoa! Okay, we can strafe, that works. We can bring ourselves a little bit closer to the ground, strafe down a little bit. So this is pretty cool. I'd say it could be a bit faster. Right now it's almost a little bit too safe. Alright, let's spawn the grey cat and drive around in that one a little bit. Actually, let's spawn the grey cat, park it in the Cutlass, and fly to another moon and drive it there. Just because we can. Alright, there we have our lovely little grey cat buggy. Let's get in there. Beep boop. Power on. Engine on. Let's move all of that to the engine. Wait a second. Can we actually... What can we do here? Oh! We can overclock the drivetrain. Can we overclock the drivetrain? No, we can't. But this is pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. We only have a power menu. Okay, good to know. Okay, let's very quickly drive up the hill there just to see how that works. Again, 60 frames per second. This is actually good fun to drive. Obviously, as you can see, we have reduced gravity here on this moon, which makes sense. Well, it's a moon, so... Oh no. No. We don't want to crash. Look at how smooth everything is. 60 frames per second. By the way, I can't get more than 60 frames per second because I'm running this on a projector right now. So it might even run at higher frame rates, but the projector is the bottleneck here, so to speak. So yeah, this is awesome. Let's park our little buggy here in the Cutlass and fly to another moon. Alright, let's jump over that little ramp. There we go. Okay, so let's turn around. Here the engine's still running. Drive in there. Come on. Oh. There we go. That wasn't too hard. Lovely. Rock solid. It's not moving around. That has been an issue with earlier patches or previous patches as well, that the physics grid was sometimes a little bit wonky, but this looks perfect. Okay, Actually, I think before we fly to that other moon, let's see if we can...
Hello and welcome aboard your Drake interplanetary craft. Your systems are online. Landing.
Let's see if we can find some NPCs to shoot at.
Landing gear up.
Set route. Okay, I think that actually worked. You can now line up more than one jump at a time. Let's see if that... There it is. There's my first jump. That's pretty cool. So pretty. Okay, one more jump to go.
Quantum drive is now off.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Interesting. So the calibration seems to speed up with the spooling.
Quantum drive.
So in other words, when I start to spool the quantum drive, the calibration advances faster. I'm not quite sure why that is. Might be a bug, might be intended, but I can't really see a reason
drive is now off.
Why that would make sense. Anyway, let's see if we can find any targets.
Landing gear down. Landing gear up.
Okay. No targets, no other spaceships. Okay, that's good. The only thing that we can log on is our own buggy in the back. Alright. So, let's look for the entrance here. There are the pads. We can see a few pop-ins here and there, but again, nothing too bad. Okay, let's line up. There we go. Okay, let's only turn the engine off and leave the power on so our shields are active. Let's put all the energy to the shield. Just in case, you never know. You never know. Okay, now that we're here, I'm just remembering that I don't actually have any weapons. Let's see. Yep, I have a pistol. Okay, I guess that will have to do. Oh. There's another spaceship here. Oh! Look at that! Looks like you can find people here, but they are dead. That pistol does not sound very impressive. Ha! Yeah, okay. So, we did that. Oh. Okay, we shouldn't. Let's just leave that dude alone. Could have shot him in the back, but that's not nice. So, yeah, as you can see, there are NPCs that you can kill. but there are only 4, and I don't know how often they spawn, and yeah, usually someone else has already killed them. I really hope that we will see more NPCs in coming 3.3.x patches. Maybe a base on the moon, on one of the moons, maybe more than one base on more than one moon. That would be pretty cool. And again, I have to mention how well this runs. Actually, I know just the place where we will go for our second test drive, which is Levski. And Levski is on Delamar, which is an asteroid.
Launch complete.
And Levski is famous for having really bad performance. So let's fly over to Levski.
Landing gear up.
And yeah, see how good or bad the performance actually is. Delamar, there it is. Yeah, set route, I guess. Alright. So this route setting thing really works well. Alright, almost made it. Still at 60 FPS. There it is, there's Delamar. Alright, FPS goes down a little bit.
Drive is now off.
50 right now. Okay, there we can see Levski in the distance. We have some scenery popping in. And we are currently still at 40 frames per second. A little bit over. Very cool. Oh, now we're in the 30s. Come, get back up. 38, 37, 35, 34. 30 frames per second. 29. Oh man, Levski is still a performance killer. Yeah, we actually had a little bit of hitching here. And
Hey
we're down.
there! On behalf of the People's Alliance, welcome to Levski. Name's Eslin. I run the hangars here, which is great for you.
Oh! So, my game just crashed when I got close to Levski. The frames went down to 20 frames per second, and then suddenly, BAM! So, yeah, of course, this is the PTU build. It's PTU and not live for a reason. There are still bugs to be ironed out, and it has to be said, for the first iteration of object container streaming and bind culling, to make such a huge impact on performance and work so well with so few bugs, in air quotes, that's just amazing. I would have expected this to take a lot longer to get to this level of performance. Quite a lot longer actually. But yeah, we are getting closer to Levski. Okay, let's try to land in this valley here, and then we will drive there. See if that goes any better. Okay, have to make sure. Okay, Levski is straight ahead. Okay.
Landing gear down.
Okay. So let's set her down right here. There we go. There we go. Oh. 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 What the hell? What's happening? I believe we are encountering some bugs. Alright guys, I think this is a good place to end this episode. Yeah, the most important thing to take away from these first steps in the 3.3 patch is OCS works, it's real, and it makes a hell of a difference. most of this session was played at 60 FPS. There were almost no stutters, which is the most important thing. When we got close to Levski here on Delamar, things got a little bit wonky, so there's still... Oh, that's new. Some optimization left. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this. Oh, we're on fire. I certainly enjoyed playing, and actually I think we should kind of see and wait what happens now that we're on fire. Maybe we will make it to Levski before that even. Okay, let's wait that out. Oh! And I'm dead for some reason. Okay, guys, I think this is it. There will be much more Star Citizen to come, and I will see you in the next episode, guys. Bye-bye.